Namaste, namaste, family of light. Happy to see you here. Many of you on Facebook Live do know we come on around this time, but most of you are going to receive this feed later on as it comes across. Again, if anybody is interested in serving their light towards what we do, you are most certainly welcome. If these words resonate to you, then you know you are part of the spiritual hierarchy. You are the boots on the ground. Okay, you are the light worker, the star seed, the wanderer, the one that's like, what am I doing on this planet and what's going on? Meaning that there's a purpose, there's a mission, and there's a soul pulse that calls you, like, I have to do something, where you're in the right place. So we are here, the Cosmic Center Spiritual Light. Thanks to COVID, we are now global. We reach people around the world. And so that is just a representation of our fifth dimensional frequency that's coming into the planet. They've been talking about this for a very, very long time. And our technology is just reflective of what the humanity or what the consciousness of humanity, where we're going in our evolution represents. And so, it's been out there for a very long time that we are moving into fifth dimensional consciousness. Fifth dimensional consciousness, meaning that no longer time or space is an issue. So, of course, this type of technology like Zoom and others like it, that you don't have to be in a physical location to experience a collective decision to get together. And you don't have to be constrained by time, because wherever you are, whatever time zone you are, you could set that little alarm and meet people from all around the world. And of course, we've had people where it was interesting, as a time zone in Africa and time zone in Europe, I believe, and it was both, like, for them 1 o'clock in the morning. It's two different continents, so, and plus our continent. So that was a very interesting experience. So that's really the good news about, there's a lot of good stuff that is happening. And so what we have traditionally done with the anchoring light, there have been those that have been with us from the very beginning, people who are just coming on new today, people who have left, who have come back. It's just an array of the thousands of people, okay, who have come through the anchoring light as the family of light to anchor light to the planet. That's what we're doing. Why are we here? We are serving the divine creator, whichever name you want to put to it, the highest of the high, the light, to anchor light to the planet. And in fact, we are here, excuse me, there's somebody coming in. We are coming into assisting in that ascension process. Yeah, assisting in that ascension process. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to talk about, as we are on our spiritual journey, if you think back 5 years ago, you were in a completely different place, were you not? Okay. What about if we went back 10 years ago? Okay. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like, I knew nothing back then. And there's some that say like, oh, I know a lot, I know everything. And then, it comes like, no, you don't. You become very wise when you know how much you don't know. Okay, how much you don't know. But we are all on this spiritual path together. And I say to a lot of people, I said, everybody has their unique way in expressing it. It is not just one way. How can you streamline, okay, a particular philosophy or thought into one little way? Look at the diversity all around us. Look at the different diversity of a rose. What about humans? What about the animal kingdom? About the stars? There is so much diversity. It is so vast. How can only one thing be it? But there is one permeating thing, the source of everything, though, that we are a wellness imprinted in our DNA. We sense it, we know it, and that is love. We know the creator is love. Now, all the different streams and how things came to be the way it is and all the different levels, believe me, it's vast, vast, and vast some more. But let's just kind of bring it down to where we are on spaceship Earth. And, I mentioned something to someone, and, they were like, well, there's, different spaceships and UFOs and stuff. I said, well, we're like on a spaceship. This biological thing is our little covering, because we're not the body, with consciousness that's within the body. So you could say this is our little biological spacesuit that has been adapted to the ship planet Earth that we're on that's traveling. I don't know how fast it is, but it is super fast. Okay, out into the cosmos. We are going at speeds that's beyond. I don't know, somebody who is in science. You could let me know exactly the speed that we're going. If you know, who knows for sure? But if you can calculate that, we need the Mayans here. They would know. The Mayans would know how fast we're going on planet Earth. And it's not necessarily a straight line either, because there's this whole spiraling thing that's going on too. Okay, so there's a lot out there. And what I spoke about, I think it was last Monday or the Monday before, I don't remember right now, because time is now becoming extremely elusive. I know that's for all of us. We're not sure if something happened last month, last year, or 5 years ago. Okay, all we can know is that it happened. And also what we want to come and to understand, or two things I wanted to talk about, is that as we move into consciousness, we move into higher awareness. We move into, it never stops, by the way. There's no one that could say, even the ascended masters, they're like, no, they're still going on too. But it's a continuum that when you are on a path, when you say, I want to align myself with my soul purpose. And that's what I say to so what do you sense and feel? Because everybody has the right to be their authentic self. Somebody says, I'm going to be a missionary. Bravo. Bravo. I'm not going to be the missionary and going out over there, but you want to do that. Okay. That is your calling. Okay. You're going to feed the sick and the homeless. Bravo. Bravo. Other people say, no, I feel I'm to be solo on a mountain and just praying. Okay. Like a cloister, for the earth, nonstop, or to be in silence, or to do what the Tibetans do. I've always thought of the Tibetans, when I was not consciously aware or awakened to that point yet, where they pray 24/7. They're constantly moving those prayer wheels around, praying for the planet. Okay, so there's just so much that's going on. The bottom line is that as light workers, we too have to be our authentic selves. And what that means is there might be the masses of the people that don't understand this. Okay, or you come into the planet, you're like, I don't understand this place. I feel I must do something. And you could be even in a family that doesn't get that, or in a community that doesn't get that. And sometimes, those individuals, because they're stepping out of the comfort zone, we could say, people, this is what I'm used to, this is the paradigm, this is how it was, this is how it is, and this is how it's going to be. No, you always have those, sometimes the black sheep of the family, they're called different names, to say, I'm really feeling something else. And guess what? That's okay. That's okay, because everybody has the right to be their authentic selves, because there's no duplicate of you. And that is why it's so important. Okay, no one in this whole multiverse that's so vast that we can't even explain it, okay, can take your place. We're all one, we're all connected, but you have your unique vibration that I will tell you, which I find amazing. Your voice, your energy, it's seen in higher realms. We look like little orbs in some of these higher dimensional realms. Okay, and we are color, we are tones. We are just eliminated in this little spacesuit, as I said, but our consciousness and who we are is vast, vast, vast. And where we are right now, as we're moving into an awakening within this experience that we're in, okay, and somehow we have a sense of mission and purpose, and we're to do something for the very basic, just being good fellow humans, okay, which many avatars of light have said, do unto your neighbors as you do unto yourself. Okay, that has a stream throughout all of history, through all cultures. That has been something that has been stated. And then you go up and say, wait a second, we're not really separated. We're actually one human family. Okay, I get that. We transcend race and culture and religions and all of that to transact to that. And they said, well, wait a second. I think we're connected to, like, everything. So that tree and the plants and the mountains, and the water. We got to take care of that. Like, wait a minute. I think that I'm supposed to be the guardian of the planet. I think there was something that said about doing that. I'm here. And then the consciousness, as you get one little puzzle piece, another one comes in, another comes in. You're guided to see a book or read a book or have a conversation. And this is what's called divine synchronicity, moving us, okay, forward and onward to expand our consciousness, especially right now, because we have something important to do. And that is to lift the frequency of this planet into a higher frequency realm, to expand it, because we are the children of the earth. Okay, it's through us, okay, to this blessed planet that we are on, which is its own consciousness, and has been so benevolent for us to have our evolution experience on her frequency band. Okay, that there is a integration of the two, that we are obligated to move forward in the light. Now, there's a counterforce that doesn't want that to happen. And as we move into our expansions, we then become aware. We're like, oh, I knew there was something here, but there's something more on another level with that. And then it forces you to say, well, I think I remember, I have a sense of a cosmic memory that there's another reality that's going on, that somehow I'm part of this. And wait a second, I think there's some dynamics that are going up on this level over here that I got to remember. And that forces me to make known the unknown, to remember. And so that is where we are. And so how do we do that? Well, you start by being your authentic self. Even in the face of things that's going to require courage, where the herd is going to say, come this way. And you're like, I don't think so. I think I'm to go this way. There'll be a lot of challenges for that. Why are you doing it? You shouldn't do it. You're crazy. You're nuts. You know, this, that, and the other. That's okay, because they thought Jesus was crazy too. So you're in good company. Okay, you're in good company. You know, all avatars, they thought they were crazy and now they're mine and wanted to get rid of them. So you're in good company is all I have to say. So I guess for this little chat that I wanted to mention about is, please be your authentic self. Have the courage to be your authentic self. No one can take your place. You are needed on the planet, not just on the planet, so much more. You are so much more. And so that decision that you make, because we are in a planet of duality, and it is a planet of choice. Absolutely. Those are the rules of the game on this creation. And so your choices is going to depend whether you're going to add to the vibration, higher frequency, not only just for yourself, but for the world, to bring it up, to move into what some people may call the Christ consciousness, the cosmic Christ, the divine Maitreya, many, many names for it. But it is stemmed in the frequency of love. That's what it is. That's the frequency. And then, or you could say service to others. That's a term. Or you can have those choices that tend to be selfish, or what you would call service to self. My needs, my power, me, right? So here we are at a very pivotal time in our evolution as a planet, okay, and as a species on this planet, on the surface of the planet, because there's many humanities throughout the cosmos. Talk about us here on the surface of the earth, not the inner earth, the surface of the earth. And we are really important players of this. And it requires us to be our authentic self and to expand our consciousness. So with that, I'm Baba Sharon. I'm going to say namaste to everybody. And of course, we will see you next week, every Monday, going now 16 years without fail. Namaste.